Well, hello everyone. This is Henry Jose NMSS. Hey, on this video, we're going to go ahead and talk about getting started fast and getting started the right way, which is going to be the key to your fast and long-term success in network marketing. So let's go ahead and get started fast. First of all, before you get really into it and before you get into working the business and getting so deep into detail, let's talk about what's really important, the why you got involved in the business. What is your dream? Okay, you got involved in the business not just because of the opportunity, because that opportunity actually equates to wanting to accomplish something. So what's your dream? How big is it? How much money do you want to make? This is huge, and you want to determine the dollar figure. This is really vital because you have to know. Otherwise, the work won't be directed properly in proportion to what you're trying to achieve. What will you do with that money? You see, not only is it important to have that money for you, right? The income, but what is your goal with that? Why do you want to make that kind of money? And why is it so important to you? Okay? Now, just imagine you achieving that goal and that dollar figure and being able to do what you're supposed to do with it and being able to accomplish that, having that feeling of accomplishment. I mean, is that how you feel? I mean, there's something deep inside, which is the feeling that you'll have. I don't know if you'll come into tears or just, oh man, finally, no more debt, no more tax bill. I can breathe now. I don't have to worry about my wife stressing over the finances anymore. I mean, how would that make you feel? Because you need to be able to grab that feeling and you need to pull that up every time you feel like giving up. You feel like, oh, I don't know if this is worth it. Believe me, it's going to be worth it. When do you want to achieve that dream? Okay, very, very vital because without that decision on when you need to be able to achieve that, then you could just finding yourself working and working and working, never really achieving it. Okay, and is it big enough to get out of your comfort zone? If it's something that you accomplish with the current situation that you have now, then it's not really a dream. That's just a reality. But what is it what is the dream so big that it's gonna stretch you but not break you? Okay? Now, determining that dream and how important that is, now you have to make a commitment. You have to commit to achieving that dream. Commit to achieving that dream by setting a goal and then committing to the work that it takes to achieve that goal. Commit to the process. You're gonna go through stuff, and you know what? I'll be honest with you. The bigger your goal and dream, the more junk you're gonna go through. That's just the reality of it. But the bigger the junk and crap that you go through, the bigger the goal and dreams that you'll achieve. Believe me, I've seen it before. Okay? But commit to the process and to the education. Don't just try, just do it and commit to getting it done. Okay? Here's the thing. My dad always told me this. If you're going to make a decision to do something, well, you got to decide to do it all the way through. Failure is not an option. It's always only a stepping stone, okay, to achieve that dream. Remember, every great person that achieves something, it didn't happen overnight and they didn't think about it one time and work on it one time and achieve it. Everything, especially the bigger the dream, the bigger the goal, especially if you don't have access to that right now based on what you're doing, then expect you're going to need to learn, commit to it, and you might have to go through a bunch of failures before you get there. Okay? Remember, no dream or goal or something of significance came about without going through crap of failures and, situation. You just have to commit to it, commit to the task, okay? And you work it. And also, when that comes into working it means you need to commit to the time frame, to the time. Now, here's the challenge that typically happens when people get involved in the network marketing business. You get excited, and I hope you never go. I hope you don't do this, but I bet the reason you're here is because you got excited about the possibility of what the industry and the business can provide for you. Maybe somebody showed you the presentation. You're going, wow, man, I can actually make a six-digit income. You mean I can actually be able to say to my boss that he's fired, not me? You mean to tell me that I can actually achieve this I can drive the car I've always wanted and live the house I've always wanted finally. Yeah, and so they get involved in network marketing, and they don't, they end up showing it to a handful of people. People don't join right away, and they're thinking, oh gosh, maybe it's not gonna work, dude. Typically that happens in like 2 to 4 weeks, or definitely in 2 to 3 months. But guys, this is a 2 to 5 year plan. Okay, to achieve your major goals, it takes 2 to 5 years. Remember, college takes 2 to 4 years to get a degree. A degree for what? To get a job? Journey of the Broke. I mean, come on. It's a 2 to 5 year plan. So commit to it for 2 to 5 years. Just like in college, if you committed to getting that degree, then you're going to go through the crap. You're going to give up some time. Maybe you have to give up some partying. Maybe you have to give up TV for a while, especially if you have a job while you're getting your education. Commit to the hours that's needed to put into to succeed. Okay? The faster and bigger your goals are, then the more time you should put in immediately. Okay? Again, think in terms of going back to school. This is I like to use this as an analogy because this is really how I looked at it. I did it when I when I got involved in network marketing. I was working full time, and I was going to school full time. I was going to school 4 nights a week. Two of the nights I had two classes. Okay, so literally it's kind of like going 6 nights a week. Okay, but I committed to it. And the plan was, if I was going to get my degree, I was going to need to be in class about 15 to 18 hours a week, okay? Plus studying. So you got to think of it this way. It takes maybe 8 to 15 hours a week in the productive end of your business, and you might have to take a little bit of time, another 2 to 3, 4, 5 hours studying, learning the new strategies, learning how to build your business properly. Why expect to put less time for something like financial freedom? Okay, I know what you saw on the board and how exciting it is, but remember, it's a business and it will take time. So you got to commit to it, and commit to the company, commit to your task, commit to yourself. Okay, determine your marketing budget. Now, this is something that you don't hear too many leaders or people that sponsor people talk to their new business partners about. You are in business, okay? You are you are there to build a business, and majority of the businesses that succeed is because they spent time and money in understanding marketing and putting money towards marketing. Marketing is what's going to generate leads for you, and ultimately prospects for your business. It's what's going to determine how many people that you're going to be able to attract to you and sponsor and grow your business with. It's all about marketing. We're called network marketing. What's sad is majority of people that get involved in network marketing are never taught about all the different marketing strategies. They're usually taught one way. Okay, and I'm going to discuss this a little bit more, but understand, the one thing make sure now whether your upline, hopefully, well, obviously, if you're presented with the system by your upline smart enough to understand there's different variety. If you came across a system, I'll tell you something that you might not have heard, but what's amazing is that technology, the way business is done, the way people, communicate, the way people build relationship, the way people get on the phone and call, just so many things have changed in the world in the last 50, 60 years, and yet the way network marketers are taught to build their business have not changed by over 95% of the companies and leaders out there. Okay? They're still teaching the same strategy that's been taught since way back in the 50s. So, do I mean that those things don't work? No, it still works, just like you can still call people from a payphone or a landline. But really, nowadays, more people are communicating on cell phone or Skype or text, right? And they're actually building relationship online with Facebook and MySpace and LinkedIn. And so there's really different varieties now. So you can actually take your marketing to a different level, and I'll discuss that later. So now here's the deal. How do you determine a marketing budget? Well, first of all, how big is your contact list of go-getters and business owners? How much of an influence do you have? Now that that can make a huge difference. The bigger the contact list and influence that you have, the less amount of money you'll probably need to spend in marketing. Okay, but if like majority of people, you don't have too many contacts, and maybe you don't have the skill to be able to get those immediate contacts really quick, well then you might need to invest in more in your marketing so that you have more people to talk to right away. Now, one thing is talking about a budget is that you have to remember the budget to market this home-based business, the network marketing industry, is about 5, 10, 50 times cheaper than what it costs a traditional business. Because I remember, man, when I used to have a brick and mortar business, I mean, literally, we used to spend $10,000 and $25,000 a month in marketing. You will never even come close to spending that kind of money here unless you were already generating millions of dollars if and you want to just keep exploding your business. You can at least afford it. But in this business, heck, $100 to $200 initially as per month to put towards your marketing can help you explode your business. Okay, and it will make you money fast enough to where it's feeding itself, it's paying for itself. Budget for personal development and marketing training and tools. Budget for functions and seminars. Make sure that you do that. Okay. Now, what does it take to succeed, to start right and start fast? Well, you have to have a go-getter attitude. Okay. Learn and read success books all the time. Have a positive attitude. You don't want to be talking negative or putting down people, especially prospects and downline. There's no need for negative. You want to be uplifting. You want to attract people to you, so you want to be a positive person. Okay. Have a giving attitude. Now, this is the secret of attraction marketing and a long-term admired, continually followed successful leader. Most leaders have to give of themselves first, meaning you work hard to work on your business, to help your people grow, to help do whatever it takes to find ways to be able to help your group grow, your people to make money. And ultimately, if you have that attitude, then those people will be so loyal to you and want to keep growing the business, and you make money not only fast, but for the long term. When you see a lot of people make money fast, but they seem like they're always rebuilding something, well, you know what? Unfortunately, they're probably getting people in to make them money, and they're not putting enough effort to help their people make money. Okay, and that typically happens a lot of times where what we call the top tier businesses, where you might make a lot of money up front. Okay, and so what their goal is to be able to push as many people into the business up front without necessarily the goal of really helping them to keep growing. Okay, so make sure you have the right attitude in building the business. Have an attitude of gratitude, man. Be thankful that you were sponsored in the business. Be thankful for the leaders that are going to work with you to help you become a person that deserves to be a multimillionaire. Okay, be gratitude. Be thankful to your downlines. Be thankful to your prospects, your crossline, people that's not in your line of sponsorship but in the same business with you. Be thankful for trainers and mentors. Be thankful to your family for allowing you to go out there and do whatever it takes, and definitely be thankful to your faith. Okay, whatever your faith is, whether you're Christian or Jewish, whatever it is, be thankful. Okay, have an attitude of tenacity. Okay, never, 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 never give up. Winston Churchill and my dad. My dad always told me that. You know, give up trying. Die trying is what my dad used to say. Hey, if it's worth trying, you gotta keep trying, and you never give up. It's almost like you're dying. You try until you die type mentality. Okay. Attitude of successful people. I mean, act, think, work like one, and you'll be one. How do you get that? Well, study them, be around them. Okay, get around, go to everything that they go to. If they go to a function somewhere, then you go. You make it a priority. Most people don't make it a priority. Oh, I don't have the money right now, so I don't think I'll go. And it's still like 3 months away, dude. You have 3 months to generate the income to make sure that you go. Guess what? If you can't afford it now and it's still 2 or 3 months away and you think it's expensive, it will be expensive next year and the year after and the year after that. So have the right attitude, be around the successful people. Attitude of humility and being humble. Okay, the humbler you are, the more people want to be around you. There are some people that like to be put on pedestal. You don't want to do that. Okay, because people will see through that, and they won't want to follow you, and they're going to feel like they're never good enough to be around you. Okay, and they can never be good as you. So you be careful and have an attitude of a never ending student. Always learn, but don't overstudy. Okay, not put action in place. Okay, that's that. I'm going to talk about that later. Making sure it's important that you're studying, and you need to make sure that you're studying. You're reading books. You're reading books. You're reading articles. You're reading successful people's blogs. You're out there learning different strategies, everything that will help you succeed. But it doesn't supersede the amount of work the amount of time you're putting in towards money making activities. And we'll discuss that later. Set a goal and get the goal. Okay, set a goal with the end in mind. Okay, what are you trying to achieve, and then work backwards. Determine what kind of work habit it will take to achieve that, and be real about it. Okay, where do you want to be in 5 years? So where do you need to be in 2 years to achieve your goal in 5 years? Which means, where do you need to be a year from now to be able to get to the level you want to be in 2 years? And where do you need to be in 6 months so you know that you're going to hit your goal in the year one, 3 months, 1 month, and 1 week? Where are you going to be today? If you set a goal, for an example, to add 5 people a day to your database of prospects, then and in your because your goal is 100 people, well, then you work backwards, right? 100 people a week, that means how many prospects do you need to add to your database? Okay, that means you need to add what, 20 a day, 5 days in a row. Okay, something in that nature. How do you get to 5 days, 20 a day? Well, then determine what do you need to be doing every minute of the day or of the hour that you're putting in towards your work. Okay, your business. Know the steps or work needed to achieve that goal. Yeah, just kind of breaking that down. How many to sponsor, how much volume you need to move, how many leads, what kind of volume should each distributorship should be averaging in your business. Okay? Create a business and activity plan to get that goal. Okay? That's what that and so that again you can determine the time frame that it would take you, the amount of time, and how much emphasis that you need to put towards that. Set a goal that will stretch you. Okay, something that you haven't achieved yet, and you know you're going to have to stretch yourself. You're going to learn something new, or you're going to have to work harder, something, but it is achievable without breaking you or breaking your spirit. Okay, so you want to do it. Just like when I'm putting this system down. To be honest with you, I set a goal to get this thing done. I was thinking I was going to get this done in October. Okay, I set it out to go after it in September. Well, guess what? It's now almost the end of January. I just now finally finished it. So I set a goal a little too high, but it didn't break me to where, even if I missed it, I kept going at it. And believe me, it's been long hours. As a matter of fact, that's what, Saturday night. It's 11:30 at night, and I'm still at it. You know why? Because I have a goal. My goal is to get this thing fully launched out, valuable to you guys by tomorrow night when I announce it and have everybody ready to go. So if I need to work all night, all day to get it done, it's my commitment. Okay? It won't break me, but I'm hitting my goal. I'm going after that goal. I'm going to get that goal of rolling it out and getting it in people's hands to make sure that I can help people succeed. Okay, so that's the attitude sometimes. Is it comfortable? No, but you know what's going to be awesome once this thing rolls and your business flourishes. Okay, you get to relax tremendously. Now make sure that you communicate that with your family and they understands. Okay, which by the way, what we're talking about, don't expect miracles. Remember, I know a lot of people come into network marketing and they see this incredible lifestyle potential and this great stuff, and don't expect it to happen overnight. You might hear some people achieve it in a fast, very short period of time, but you have to remember, number one, don't compare yourself being brand new to somebody who's experienced. Okay, or have done it. Two, just because they achieved it that fast doesn't mean you'll achieve it as fast, but then it doesn't mean that you can't either. Okay? And then you have to remember, you know, if you wanted to achieve those goals and you could see it being achieved here, then why would you give it up, right? So don't expect miracles, but then be surprised, just do the work and believe me, you'll be surprised how fast it really does happen when it starts kicking in. Okay? Well, get to work. Work like you mean it with enthusiasm. Work like you invested $100,000 into the business. That's really key, okay? Because that's, people in traditional business world put in 8, 10, 12, 15, 18 hours a day, just like I'm doing, putting this together because I've invested a lot of money into it. So I'm investing the time to make sure it flies. Well, treat it, even if it only costs you $100 to get into your business, treat it like you invested 100,000 and you commit to it. Okay? Work like failure's not an option, so you're not even worried about it. It's just always a stepping stone. If what you were working for didn't happen, you just move, you shift, you move forward. I don't say quit the business and go look for something else. No, figure out what didn't work and get better at it. Work with the people that you bring in. Lead them to the system for training. That's why I created the system so that it simplifies the training part of it. Okay. Lead them to use the system. Okay. By using the system, it frees up your time. They can get trained, they can learn, and you don't have to spend as much time training them. You're just leading them to the next level. You're checking on their work, making sure they're doing the work, and they're getting trained. Help them get started and focus on helping them succeed while you continually work on your personal business, meaning you're continually still adding for yourself. Okay? Fast start, get ready to expose your business. Massive action uh, creates momentum, which builds excitement, which creates growth. And growth creates income, all right? Work with your upline and leaders above you. Make sure that you're being mentored by somebody above you that's achieved more than you have, okay? And also find the one that you can relate with the best, that you can relate working with better, okay? Not because your sponsor sponsored you doesn't mean they're the best one and they're the only one that can help you. Look for somebody that you can really work with, relate upline as much as possible, and also outside of that, okay? That's why I created this system, is hopefully you can find whatever you need and how it would help best you. That's why I created multiple marketing strategies and ways to build a business. Learn the basics of your business presentation. Okay, practice it, whether role play it with your upline, your sponsor. If you learn the presentation, learn about the products, be a professional, not some MLM junkie that just go, this is my income, my compensation plan is this, my product's super awesome, and you gotta get in, just gotta do it, man. I mean, this is just the way it is. This is it. This is no. That's a you know. Does that attract anybody? No. It just kind of repels people. Okay. Now the enthusiasm might get you if you're really looking, but you know what? For the most part, that doesn't really work. Okay. It's Be a professional. Okay. Be a network marketing professional, not a network marketing junkie. All right. Use the system like my system, NMSS, to simplify and automate. Okay to use something you're capable of that may not be duplicatable, as long as the new group is given a duplicatable approach and system. What's that? It's called the big owl theory. You might have huge influence. You might be the type of guy that can pick up the phone, invite 20 people to a presentation, and 20 people show up. Okay, which is great. Use it to create a fast, get people as fast as possible for your personal with. Okay, but then make sure that there's duplicatable process available for your downlines. Okay, fastest start is either warm market or paying for business leads. If you have influence, you either have a lot of influence with a lot of people, or you pay for influence, meaning you're paying for people that are already looking for an opportunity. They're waiting for somebody's call or email about the opportunity. Okay, it doesn't mean that every lead that you buy will be perfect. You might buy, and there's some different levels of leads, and we discuss that deeper in depth in the system. The idea is that to get started fast is you show your presentation 1 to 5 times a day, 5 to 6 days a week. Okay, that will get you a great start. The more you show to people, and remember, it's sharing the concept. You're giving an opportunity, especially in the warm market. It's really just getting it exposed. So let's start exposing your business presentation. Let's start with the warm market. I know most of you probably go, man, I don't really want to show my warm market. Well, honestly, tough. Okay, well, you're not gonna twist their arm. You're not there to push them. You're just there to make sure that they know. Now you might go, oh man, I've shown so many businesses to my friends and relatives. I say, well, that's fine. Okay, if you feel that this is really the key, this is the business, well then show them. But don't depend on them necessarily and all that. But the key is if you look for the top 10, 25 ambitious people, okay, then most likely you'll always have a positive response. So who do you know in your warm market that's already a network marketer, okay, or was in network marketing because they're easy to approach. Business owners, people that have done or doing good in their business, sales, job, or sports. Why? Because those are achievers. Especially, a lot of people that are in mortgage and real estate and insurance that they used to make six-digit income in the industry, 3, 4 years ago. Well, guess what? A lot of them, they might say they're doing well, they're selling or whatever, but they're probably doing about half or one-fourth of the kind of money they were making back then. So they're definitely looking, okay, and they have the people skills and they already understand working for working for the income. All right, and all you're going to do is find out if they're open to looking at your business project, and that's all you do is say, to see if they're open to looking at a business project. You want to get their opinion on a project. You want to, or you're working with some pretty successful people on a business project and want to see if they'd be interested in jumping on board. So whatever it is, bottom line is that don't worry if they get in or not. The goal is to expose it, make sure that they know you're in business, they know that you're a product or service, because you never know if you hit them, if they're looking or not. And if not, no big deal. That's the thing. You just let the water roll off your back, okay? Fast start, exposing your business to one market. Use your sponsor or upline leader for either the presentation, a three-way call, or a follow-up. Now, three-way call is not to get your upline to convince the person on the other side that they should go in. No, a three-way call is for somebody that you talk to and they're pretty excited, but you want to put a third party on. They're pretty excited about it. Not I don't know if it's really for me. No, not that guy. Guy that says, okay, this makes sense. That's when you bring in somebody upline to not convince them, but to edify you and to let them know that, hey, you're not the only one in this business. There's actually somebody up there that's going to be willing to help you and that new person. Okay? Don't let whether they join or not determine if you're going to stick in the business. Okay? Too many people make that mistake. Get them exposed. Be excited about it, but be controlled professional. Okay? Again, don't be a MLM junkie. Okay? And then make sure that when you do find somebody that's interested, you work with them properly. You don't just sign them up and leave them. Okay? Well, that's a different level. We have a training on how to fast start your people. Okay? Expect that most of them won't join you or support you. That's just the way it is. Okay? Now, fast start exposing your business presentation by buying business opportunity lead. This is really the key, that if you don't have a warm market or you have a short list, well, while you're learning how to bring in more prospects into your business, then you might as well buy leads. So you always have somebody to show the presentation to. Make sure that you learn the right approach to calling leads. And again, even if you had to call 50 people that are leads, if you only sponsor 2 to 3 to 4 people out of that, that's still a good deal. At least you had 50 people that you already know were looking. You might still have to screen through them. Okay, and honestly, the more expensive the lead, the hotter the leads are, the less people you'll have to talk to. Okay, determine your time versus cost, and that's part of it. Do you buy double opt-in phone verified leads that are exclusive to you? That might cost you $5, but you know for a fact that the person that you're talking to, by the time you call them, they've already been exposed, and most likely they're probably either already interested or just have some more questions. The less time you have, the more expensive your leads might be, but that's okay. What's your time worth? What if you only need to call 5, 10 people to sponsor 2 to 3 people, and they've already seen it, so they're pretty much ready to get started, versus having to dial 100, phone numbers a day to find one or two people to talk to, or those kind of things. Okay, if it costs you 50 bucks a week to sponsor two people a week, will your compensation plan make you enough profit to especially if it starts duplicating downline within the next few weeks or couple of months? Okay, so would it be worth it? Well, heck yeah. Most compensation plan, if you sponsor two people, into your business a week, well, that should pay you more than $50 or more. But even if it doesn't the first couple of weeks, remember, as it duplicates and it starts multiplying, will it make you that kind of money, if not more, way more, within 2 to 4 weeks or more? Okay, that's the key there. Remember, I used to spend 10 to 25,000 a month on marketing budget. Our partners, my friends, and between magazine ads and radio ads, those kind of things, we used to spend money on marketing. Okay, but it also brought in 6 digit. So, you know, what is it worth? Determine the approach you're going to take, either by phone or email. Obviously, phone is more effective. Email, you just, if you don't like being on the phone, then expect you're going to have to deal with a lot more people. Okay? Fast start. How to expand your list. Lead generation strategies. Okay? Now, determine the best strategy that would work best with you based on your personality and ability. Okay? Now, we're talking about once you've gone through your warm market here, what will, now you have to determine what would be the best strategy that would work best for you based on your personality, and your ability. Again, what's sad is most people are only taught one way to do it, which is to go out there and go get more names and just talk to people on the street or the gas station. Well, you know what? That it's on paper it seems like that's a simple process, but because it's personality driven, majority of people don't do it and can't do it. Okay, so make sure that you determine that. Okay, learn about attraction marketing strategy. It is the key of building a successful, powerful business in the 21st century. Okay, attraction marketing. Learn about value-based prospecting and sponsoring, which is really part of attraction marketing. Learn about the funded proposal. This is all part of attraction marketing. Is while you're attracting people to you, you're prospecting the best prospects, which are typically other network marketers, by providing them something of value. Okay, like training material, something that will help them even build their business. Okay, but in the meantime, you can potentially earn money on those tools or systems or things to help them, that will help them build a business, which will mean create you additional income to fund your budget for marketing. It's not going to be a gava money, but hey, it's going to be money to come in immediately to help you pay for additional marketing. And also, it builds your credibility with that person, and ultimately, they may end up wanting to work with you because they decided, you know what, Henry's giving me more information. This guy's given me more information than my outline has. He's really the one that's helped me. Maybe I should join his business instead. Maybe I should follow him. And honestly, I followed. After so many months of opting in and followed, watching different people online and all that. I've decided I finally figured out who I really want to follow. That I like their strategy, and I like, and I understand why they grow fast and why they grow big and strong, and I feel I could do what they're doing. Those are the ones I followed. Okay, and every time I need something, guess what? I go to their website and I purchase it from them because they give me value. Okay, and I'm loyal to the people that gives me information, even if I've never met them. Although just about all of them I've met over the phone and I've talked to them, and they've been really helpful. Okay, implement the strategy that you can apply immediately. You know, learn if you figure out the strategy that hey, no problem, I could do that. You just maybe need to learn scripts and the right way to do it, but you can do it. It's easy enough. Okay, take one or more of the no more than two online strategy that you're not familiar with yet, that you can simply learn and then get good at it. Don't do more than that because you're going to get confused and you're not going to achieve anything. Ideally, just pick one, get good at that, get that working for you because it works. So you're going to get training from this system about how to do those, okay? And then get good at it. And then add another one. Okay, but don't try to do them all at the same time. It's not going to work for you, and you're going to get bogged down and overwhelmed, and you're going to do is learning but never really marketing. Okay, make sure money making activities take priorities over just studying. Okay, too many people make this mistake, especially when they're trying to learn how to do online. They end up finding themselves hours and hours online trying to learn all this stuff, and most of the time getting lost. That's why we're hoping to be able to give you a step-by-step process. Here are the things, but then okay, here are the marketing strategies. Pick one and work on it for the next 1 or 2 months. But that's all you do. In 1 month, you will figure out that you how good you're gonna get at it. Okay, literally probably not even that much, maybe a week or two, but really it's gonna start working for you. When people say online is really not duplicatable, it's because they don't have a guide on how to guide them, so they get lost and they can't figure out what's easy for them and what's hard. Okay, and it just gives bits and pieces. My goal is to be able to give you the different strategies and tell you what kind of like ability level it takes to do that. As a matter of fact, I need to specify that better on some of the videos, and I'll do that later. Okay? Direct approach versus attraction marketing approach. Well, learn when it's right to use the direct approach versus the attraction marketing. What do I mean by direct approach? Where you're basically just going up to the, when you contact a person, you're approaching them right off the bat with your opportunity and your business as a front, instead of approaching people with benefits first of a system to help them. Okay, so if they're not in network marketing right now, well, then obviously the direct approach would work best for them. Okay, and then if they're not interested, then make sure that you always try to see if they're interested in your products. Okay, other than that, boom, they're gone. Now they ask, who do you know that may be in network marketing or multi-level already? Okay, boom, they might be able to offer you. And most people are very good about giving you other people that are already in network marketing. Pitching versus offering value. We talked about that. Okay, pitching is okay to the right people, but majority of people, that's how they do it, even to other network marketers. Now, here's the cool thing: if you have attraction marketing tools like what we offer at NMSS, well, guess what? You can do direct approach to other network marketers first if you want, but then your tools that you use with NMSS can be what can help you sponsor them, because you have a system that will help them achieve great things in your business with you. Okay? Now, or you approach them with your system, and vice versa. You approach them about your business in the back end. Once you start developing a relationship with them through your email series and all that. Okay? Today's fastest growing reps and distributors offer value. Attraction marketing and value-based sponsoring, and with funded proposal, is the key right now to being able to generate quick, immediate income and massive growth into your business. Okay, because you're going to utilize the online systems a lot with that. People get in with people, not companies. So are you trying to push them on your company, on your compensation plan, and on your products? Or are you attracting them to you first? Make sure that they want to work with you because you have the quality, the tools, and the willingness to help them. So they want to join you because of that versus, join other people that's just got the companies. Okay. So let's talk about the fundamentals. Set up your your marketing system, which is, we're pretty much done it for you at NMSS. You just need to fill in certain blanks. Learn to generate traffic or find prospect. Those are the marketing strategies. Okay. Learn how to convert them to leads, just from prospects, suspects, to turn them into prospects in your business, and to ultimately turn them into being part of your business. Okay. People enroll into your funded proposal, like your network marketing successes. And that's why I even created a free version of this system, so you can give it away for free, but you generate a lead of somebody that's looking to build a business. And then my autoresponder email series, takes care of communicating with them, building a relationship, but it's also, you have the ability to broadcast message personalized to them too. Okay. Sponsor reps and distributors into your primary company. Okay. Now want to make sure that we identify your strengths to determine what's going to be the marketing strategy that you're going to utilize to grow your business. Okay. Fast, upfront, and later on. Identify your strength. If you're assertive, aggressive, and a closer, you're a sales type. You like talking to people. Whether you're passive talking and calling, you're more like a customer service type instead of a sales type. Maybe your people skills and relationship building skills. Well, how is that? Your presentation skills, leadership skills, online skills. Are you willing to invest funds to kick off your business faster? That's what we were talking about earlier about buying leads or paying for advertising. Okay? Determine your marketing strategy. Offline marketing and direct approach works great for people that are more traditional. They like belly to belly, meeting people with everywhere. You know, when people tell me there's just something about talking to somebody live, well, guess what? That's really a person that desires to always meet with people. Okay, that's an offline marketer. Learn approaches and scripts, lead generation systems. You can even use attraction marketing and value-based approach using the NMSS system even offline. Okay, so learn that. Make sure you watch the video on that. There's actually you can get a free 7 video from the master himself, Mike Dillard. Okay, determine marketing strategy number 2. Maybe you'd be strong in a hybrid. Hybrid marketing is really the key of really creating, not only utilizing the offline traditional, but also learning how to utilize some of the basic online tools to help you grow your business and grow it massively while you're building more of an online presence. Okay, those are being able to use like um, you be able to use certain tools like voice broadcasting, lead scrapers, classified ads, even Facebook and LinkedIn and MySpace marketing or forum. That's kind of simple, uh, systems to use online. You don't need to know all the SEO stuff necessarily. You're building your relationship. You're contacting people through there. Okay. Determine your marketing approach. Number 3, maybe you're more of an online marketer. You like technology. You grab technology really fast. You can easily understand language. If you're given a step-by-step video, you catch it pretty quickly. The online stuff. A lot of young people, this is really easy to do. People in their middle-aged people in their 40s and 50s have struggled with this sometimes. Okay, so now here's the key, right? Number 1, you're gonna want to make sure that you do have an online marketing strategy that's in place. Okay, but you may, if you're not really good at that, you may have to pay for other people to do that for you. So you got to make sure that whatever you do is what's going to make you money fast. Okay, some building principles here. Build in batches. Bring in a group of personal sponsor, ideally 5 to 10 a month. 5 will be transitional, 5 are going to be serious, but only 2 to 3 of those are really ready to run with you, but you will find them. I remember I was being told to sponsor 2 people a month, but you know what? A lot of times if I'm only sponsoring 2 people a month, it'll take me 2 to 3 months to find 1 or 2 that's actually going to do something. All right? So, work with your people that are ready to work. Okay? Help them grow with either massive action based on their strengths or build at a consistent pace. Be a team builder and a leader. A recruiter can build fast and maybe sponsor a lot of people, but sometimes they, they never really work to help their team or lead their team. So what happens? A lot of people fall out and their people don't get taught. So guess what? A recruiter are constantly recruiting, replacing people. And the challenge there is that if you're one of those people, let me ask you this. Are you taking the time to learn how to work with your people? If you refuse to do that, make sure that you work with somebody upline that will help your group and lead them and teach them. Okay? Because I will tell you, it is paramount. If you want to build a long-term business, you have to learn how to be a leader and a team builder. Okay? Leaders can build fast, but also focuses a lot on how to lead their group with consistent growth. Okay, recruiters that are not leaders spend most of their career constantly rebuilding their group. You ever find these guys that are really good at, they're always, calling you, maybe they build a team and they make a lot of money, but seems like something always happens and they lose the business or something and they have to start over with another company. And then they recruit, sponsor people, but then, and make money, but then for some reason, after a couple of years or so, they end up, you see them with another company. Why? Because they're good at recruiting, but they don't really learn how to build their team. Okay? Don't be like that. I hope you're not like that. Now, I'm glad if you're a good recruiter, but if you want long-term financial success, be a leader. Okay? and put systems in place. If you're not good at team building, use NMSS and get good at just leading them to NMSS and using it, making sure that you're keeping track of their progress and you're working with certain groups of people. Okay, leaders build for the long term, solid group that does not depend on them after a while. Okay, again, that's why I created the NMSS to make it simpler for you to become a leader. Okay, creating true freedom and money and time. Consistency and persistency. Be consistent with your work habit. Okay, be consistent with your teaching. Be persistent in achieving that goal. Don't give up on it. Okay, be persistent in helping your downline achieve their goal. Okay, if you've got a downline that's working hard, they're proving themselves, they're the ones that are really listening to you or the leadership, and they're applying what they're supposed to do, keep working with them. Okay, and then boom, celebrate your success. No matter how small it is, but always strive for better results. But celebrate it. Celebrate your downline success, okay? Make sure that you give your people a pat on the back and you never put your people down. You always uplift them. Never tell them, you're just so dumb, you can't build this thing. What's wrong with you? No, you always uplift them. You say, hey, you know what? It's okay. You missed the goal, but let's re-engage, let's reset the goal, let's figure out what didn't happen and what needs to happen, and let's plan for that. Boom, uplift them. Always encourage your group, okay? Don't be the person that puts them down because they wouldn't want to be part of your team. Remember, most of your team players are kind of like a volunteer army. They're working towards a goal and working hard without making money yet in the beginning. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're good to them. All right, celebrate your team's goals achievement, especially if you build a team, get a team goal. Make sure not only you have individual goals, but you have it for a team goal so everybody is part of it. People like being part of a team and working hard towards helping a team achieve their goal. Okay, have fun building it. Be a fun leader. Okay, don't be so all work, 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 and no play. Learn how to play too, but not to a point where it distracts your group. As a matter of fact, use playtime in a sense as a goal setting thing for people to shoot for. That maybe one of the things that we used to do is, okay, we're gonna go do this, and if we hit this goal, or for everybody that did this much, we're gonna go do race go-karts at the indoor go-kart track, or we're gonna go to the paintball field, or we're gonna go have a picnic for everybody to achieve their goal. Things like that. Okay, make it fun. People need to feel like they can have fun while building a future. This is really vital. This was a challenge that I had because I didn't really have fun a lot building my business. There wasn't, and it wasn't, and it needed to be fun. Okay, it didn't feel fun all the time. It felt like I work, 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 and then even if I achieved something, it wasn't like uh, it wasn't made it huge, a big enough encouragement. So you got to make sure that you do that. Because congratulations if you got through this and if you understand what I told you in the last 45 minutes, take this. These are the things. Now, the rest, there's obviously a lot of different steps and the how-tos of these, but this is what it takes to get started right and get started fast. Okay, I told you the way it is. You got, and you just got to be willing to do it. Believe me, these things I just told you is a lot less work and a lot less requirement than a typical business. Okay, hopefully that helps you guys get started fast and get started right because it's going to be the key to your fast and long-term success in your network marketing business. Have a great day. Bye-bye.